Hello, boys and girls. Here we go. Chapter 12, Lesson 6, Metric Units of Length. Metric units of length. We've been talking about customary units, right? Now we're moving on to metric units. And I think you'll like metric units because everything is in tens. It's really, really pleasant. It's either 10 times bigger or 10 times smaller, or sometimes 100 times bigger or 100 times smaller. But the math is a lot simpler than in customary measures. So once again, I have put the little teeny weeny chart up here that converts meters. The first line is meters to centimeters. 1 meter is 100 centimeters. The second line, 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters. And the third line says 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. Okay, and guys, you're going to have this on your reference sheet every time you take a test or a quiz or do your homework. You're going to have this information available to you. Okay? So number 2 and number 3, the directions say complete, just like the other ones, okay? So we have 8 centimeters equals blank millimeters. Okay, I'm going to look up at my chart. Centimeters to millimeters. It's not on there, is it, boys and girls? Okay, so what shall we do? Have you guys looked at a meter stick at school? You know that a centimeter is about, okay, so let's say that's your pinky, okay, and that's your pinky nail. A centimeter is about that far across your pinky nail, okay, and a millimeter is, let's say this is your pencil, okay, and there's the lead at the end of your pencil, okay, so this is a pencil, right? A millimeter is so small. It is like, it's only as wide as the top of your pencil point. All right, so I'm going to tell you there are 10 millimeters in each centimeter. So there are 10 millimeters per centimeter. So if you have 8 centimeters, you have 8 sets of 10 millimeters. So you have 80 millimeters. Okay? Number 3, 5 meters equals blank decimeters. Hello, chart. Super unhelpful tonight, right, boys and girls? That's okay, though. We got this. 5 meters. So a meter, boys and girls, stretch your arms out side to side like you're making your body into a T. So from maybe like your wrist to the other wrist, that's a meter. Okay, so do you have your arms stretched out like that? So let's pretend here's your meter. There's your meter stick, right? A decimeter is about as if you put your hand out and you stuck your thumb out a little bit. Okay. Oh, look how big I made your pinky. Your pinky looks like it was smashed in a door. So that is your hand with your thumb out a little bit. From here to here is about a decimeter. Okay, so you would be able to put 10 of your hands across a meter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that was pretty close. So each one of those jumps is going to be one of your hands, okay? Okay, so a meter has 10 decimeters in it. Now, that prefix deci, that means 10. Have you heard the word decade? A decade is 10 years. Okay, there are 10 decimeters in 1 meter. So if you have 5 meters, you have 5 sets of 10 decimeters. So that's 50 decimeters. So guys, these little measurements that I just talked to you about, let's just one more time. Your pinky, across your pinky is a centimeter. The tip of your pencil is a millimeter. And across your hand, if you go straight across your hand like that, that's a decimeter. And then if you stretch your arms out from side to side, maybe to your wrists, that's a meter. Okay? All right, let's keep going, guys. Good work. I love metrics. Oh, here we go again. Compare using less than, greater than, or equal. They love these problems, don't they, in this book? Okay, so number 6. 8 meters is greater than, less than, or equal to 80 centimeters. Oh, now, our chart's coming in handy now. Thank you, chart. Okay, so 1 meter, look from meters to centimeters. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Okay, if 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, 8 meters, that would be 8 sets of 100 centimeters. So that would be 8 meters is 800 centimeters. So you know what to put in there, don't you? Compare 800 to 80. 800 is definitely greater than 80, right? So that would be like 8 of those meter sticks. Like if you stretched your arms out, wrist to wrist is about a meter. So 8 of those is 800 centimeters. Okay, 7. 3 decimeters equals 30. Why did I say equals? Blank. I'm going to start again. 3 decimeters is less than, greater than, or equal to 30 centimeters. Now let me think about the decimeters again. Remember, that's the one that's about the size of your hand across, right? Oh, I made a giant pinky again. I'm struggling with the pinky. Okay, and I told you that 10 of those makes a meter, and that deci means 10, right? So a decimeter, 1 decimeter is made of 10 centimeters. Remember, the centimeter is your little pinky. Across your pinky is a centimeter. So a decimeter has 10 centimeters in it. So if you have 3 decimeters, you have 3 sets of 10 centimeters. Okay, so 3 sets of 10 is, of course, 30. So that's 30 centimeters is equal to 3 decimeters. So 3 decimeters and 30 centimeters are equal. Oh, maybe I said equal at first because I had a premonition. Okay, very nice, guys. So converting metrics, it's all about multiplying by, look what we've done, by 10, by 100. Whoop, whoop. We love doing that. All right, here we go. Number 12. 8 centimeters equals blank or blank meter. Okay, guess what? I got to read the directions on this one, right? What? That's what I'm saying. It says in the directions, describe the length in meters. Write your answer as a fraction and a decimal. Okay, so 8 centimeters, we're going to write it as first a fraction, then as a decimal. So you know that 8 centimeters is part of a meter, right, guys? And the meter is the long stick. Okay, another terrible drawing. So 1 meter has how many centimeters in it? How many of those centimeters is in that meter? Well, look right up here. 1 meter has 100 centimeters in it. So from here to here is 100 centimeters. So they want you to write 8 centimeters as a fraction. So that would only go to like right there, maybe not even right there. So that is 8, remember this is the fraction, out of 100 that make the whole meter, because it's 0 centimeters to 100 centimeters. That makes a meter. So if you have 8 of those, you have 8 out of 100 that makes the whole meter. And now they want us to write that as a decimal. Well, I'm just going to read this fraction. 8 hundredths, that would be 0 and 8 hundredths. That means I have to write the 8 in the hundredths place. So I got to put a placeholder there for the tenths because we don't have any tenths. 8 hundredths meter. Okay, guys? So we did exactly what it said, as a fraction and as a decimal. It's 8 100ths or 8 hundredths of a meter. All right, let's see number 13 here. 3 decimeters equals blank or blank meter. Okay, so once again, we have to think about a meter, but not as centimeters compared to meters, but decimeters. So remember, we have our meter stick, stretch your arms out, right? Palm to palm, wrist to wrist, something like that. That's just a good estimate. And then remember, the decimeter is like your hand. Okay, let me see if I can make it. Oh, I made a pretty skinny pinky that time. So remember that 1 meter is going to be made of about 10 of these decimeters. 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 decimeters makes a meter. So 3 decimeters bring us to right about there, right? That would be 3 out of how many equal parts? Well, how many equal parts do decimeters make on a meter stick? They make 10 equal parts. So that would be 3/10 of a meter. 3/10 of a meter is 3 decimeters, right? And now we have to write that as a decimal. So how do you write 3/10 as a decimal? 0 and 3/10. Let me get my decimal better. There we go. Okay, guys? Nice job. So you're using what you know about fractions and decimals in here too. You guys are geniuses. All right, so here we go. This is number 14 down at the bottom, problem solving. A flagpole is 4 meters tall. How many centimeters tall is the flagpole? All right, so we have a flagpole, right? With a flag flying on it. Okay, your flagpole is 4 meters tall. How many centimeters tall is the flagpole? So remember, you guys, those meters are pretty. 1, 2, those are those sticks when you stretch your arms out. So let's look up at the chart. 4 meters tall, so I'm reading the chart. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of those is worth 100. It's 4 meters of 100 centimeters, right? So that's 400 centimeters. Awesome. All right, now we're on the back of the page, the lesson check. Now, guys, I'm just looking at this. They are really trying to get you here with these answers, aren't they? It's definitely a 1 and a 5, and it's definitely millimeters. Let's read the question. A pencil is 15 centimeters long. How many millimeters long is that pencil? Okay, so let's remember what a centimeter is. A centimeter is just across your pinky, right? That's a centimeter. But then remember what a millimeter is? A millimeter is the very across the top of your pencil. Here's your pencil point. And a millimeter is just It's just that part right across the top. So for every centimeter, 1 centimeter is the same as 10 millimeters. Okay, so 1 centimeter is the same as 10 millimeters. There we go. So if the pencil is 15 centimeters long, you have 15 centimeters of 10 millimeters. So you have your pencil, okay, right? And there's the point. So your pencil is 15 centimeters long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Each of those centimeters has 10 millimeters in it. 15 times 10. You know how to do those, right? You know how to multiply by 10. 150 millimeters. Ringy ding ding. Okay? Very nice job, boys and girls. They didn't trick us, all those 1s and 5s. All right, now all we have left is one review. This says that Bruce reads for 3/4 hour each night. How long will he read in 4 nights? So this is from chapter 8, lesson 3. So Bruce reads for 3/4 hour each night. That's good that he reads each night. That's a great idea. How long will he read in 4 nights? So it's 3/4 one night, 3/4 again, 3/4 again, 3/4 again. What is that, boys and girls? We have the same amount again and again and again and again. You could repeatedly add, or, of course, what do we do in 4th grade? We multiply. 4 nights of 3/4 hour of reading. Okay? So that's 4 sets of 3 parts of fourths. Okay, so 4 times these 3 pieces is 12 out of the 4 that make the whole, because that didn't change, did it? Okay, so Bruce read for 12/4 hours. Oh, and there it is, D. I thought, boys and girls, did you think that you were going to have to change this? Because it's a fraction greater than 1, isn't it? I'm going to do it anyway. What's 12 divided by 4? Okay, right? How many whole times can 4 go into 12? That's 3, whole number 3. So Bruce reads for 3 hours and 4 nights. You go, Bruce! All right, guys, keep doing your homework. You're amazing. Have a great night.